Namaste and welcome to today's episode of Interview. Guest for today's evening is an amazing personality who is an IT professional by profession and a photographer by passion. So, without any further delay, let's get started. Hello, Mr. Verma. Welcome you to this session of interview. Thank you so much for this valuable time.
Yeah, hi Pallabi. Thanks a lot
Hi.
for inviting me for this session. Hello.
My pleasure.
And hello everyone.
So, starting with the first question, we would like to know about yourself a little bit.
Uh, about myself, basically I was born and brought up at Assam. So I did my schooling, college at Malegaon, Guwahati. After that, after completing my graduation, I moved to I came here for Hyderabad for job purpose only. And from then, on the weekends and all thing, I started doing some wildlife photography. So this wildlife photography actually, this interest came from my childhood actually. So you know that in Assam, the nature and everything, it actually influenced to be very near to nature, those flora and fauna. So though that interest can make me to do uh, more into wildlife. Yeah, and yeah, basically that mm, because of COVID, I was not able to move out of the state or the city. So hoping next year, I mean not next year, maybe like after spring or something. This year I will definitely go to Assam again, mostly Kaziraga. I would like to visit there.
That's really nice to hear. And you have explored mainly three genres of photography. Say it's street photography, wildlife photography, and also portrait photography. So, is there any particular experience to share with our audience?
Yeah, the genres were the wildlife or street photography and portraits, whatever. So the basic thing is, I was playing with I mean, the main thing is the patience, perfect timing, and you need by doing this the street photography. When you come to the street photography, here we need observation is very important, right? So I'm still learning that, and you got a chance to play with the natural light, the light and the perfect timings, and it gives you, to tell about a story uh, through your photography, photograph. So that will again help me into the wildlife photography, which is where we cannot have artificial lights. We need to play with the natural lights and a lot of patience. That gives you the balance mm, for your photography.
Well,
Yeah,
as of
yeah,
now, photographers and photography both are
yeah.
trending. So, what is your viewpoint in this context?
This is obviously this is trendy. I know this is very when not only from with your DSLR you can start photography with nowadays you have much advanced for mobile phones with great features of cameras and everything. You can do like macros and even street photography, all these things. But you need to be serious about whatever genre you choose, like it may be like a portrait or street photography or wildlife, whatever. So so it's okay. You can, I think it's a great opportunity actually with the mobile photography. And trendy is, yes, everyone wants to be the photography, some sort of it may be like a time pass or whatever. When it goes further, when you develop more interest in photography for the particular genre, you will become more and more into expert in it, doing whatever devices you have available with you. Yeah, I think it's not a uh, any bad thing or something. It's obviously a good thing.
Okay. Yeah, you are right. So, moving on to the next question. Uh, what was the story behind the turtle that you have shot?
That turtle, right? Yeah. The
Yes.
actually it was 3 4 years back when I was in like coastal area of Andhra Pradesh, Silsagar beach. There I saw like it was like it died actually. So because of like pollution, some pollution and basically pollution, it's not like a fish catch or something. Uh, the number of turtles were like laying in the beach actually because of pollution or something. So there it was like it gives like a bad I mean feel very bad to see all the turtles dying the beach and everything. But we were like there for with a couple of friends, and we started the villagers also like they started like burying those taking those turtles to the nearby sands and burying there. So yeah, it was like a good and bad experience more than a good. Uh, feel bad actually. So just because of like pollution, yeah, there.
Yeah, all this has raised a lot of concerns towards
Mm.
conservation of all these species right now.
Yeah.
So once you were seen capturing the uh, emotions of a dog in your camera.
Mhm. Yeah, it was back. Yeah, I think it was last year only. Yeah, we were like going to Anantagiri Hills, Vikarabad Forest, which is nearby Hyderabad. For it is a good place for birding actually. So we are going like a group of friends there. So while going, it's nearby. I saw some like dogs were like playing, fighting, and all these things. So we stop and I try to capture those moments, playful moments, and and suddenly like the couple of those that couple for the they started it was like a meeting. It was meeting period. So I try to capture that I mean the moment the perfect I mean that particular moment of like between the couple, and you can see that eye and the expression of the couple while doing that. So that was the like experience, mm, which I tried to capture through my lens.
Okay. So was a monkey chasing at you?
Yeah, that you were talking about that baby monkey, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was same at Nandagiri Hills only. Um, I mean, a group of monkeys were like moving. Actually, because see that that Nandagiri place, wherever you see nowadays, the good places apart from like um, nearby like cities, the people used to move there for a picnic or like to have some time, good time. The thing is like when they go there like as a visitor, so normally what happens, we start littering that places with the plastics or food or chips, food, biscuits or whatever we take with us will eat and throw there. So it's get littering, and those that plastics or leftover food, they started like monkeys or whatever animals, they started picking those things and started eating, which is very harmful for them. Yeah. So there I also captured some baby monkey also, which is like licking as a plastic. So just I was trying to that capture what difference between the human and animals, and how we are impacting our nature or forest, and actually those places like their place, right? So we are entering their places and littering them and coming back, so which is very harmful for them. Yeah, that I want to showcase with my photograph. Really.
Okay. We were about to talk about your focusing elements in your photography. Okay, it's fine. We have already known about that. So, what was the story behind that ruby spotted butterfly?
Yeah, that was like yeah. Again, it was in the Vikarabad hills. Yeah, it was like raining, and during that pre-monsoon. So we were again going to like to capture birding actually. So there in the like I saw like a couple of peacocks were there, peahens, and so I was trying to capture that peacocks. While going there, I saw this beautiful creature. These butterflies were there, so flying, some were flying here and there, and when I came, I mean, when I came near to them, uh, so I saw that this couple were like in a that natural position, ideal position. So I uh, try to capture and showcase with the photograph that this is like nature's thing. And that process is actually it happens because the story behind is this. I mean, how they do that. So they were like sticky around 12 to 18 hours. They used to be like that only. After that, after this decoupling, the male butterfly used to die. Yeah? So it's a nature, After this mating, the male usually dies, and the female start nagging, and the again that next the process goes on. Yeah, that was the some uh, story behind that capturing that but beautiful butterfly.
That shot was really incredible. So,
Yeah.
well, let's talk about the means man with a glass of water. I think it was in your one of your street photography pic.
Yeah, yeah, okay, that paired well, right? The black and white photography. Right?
In Bodh Gaya, Bihar.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it was last year only, like before the first COVID lockdown was after the first lockdown was over. So we went to tour northeast, I mean not northeast, North Indian tour, like starting from Hyderabad to covering Odisha, then Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, and back to this. And we are planning to from Uttar Pradesh to we are supposed to go to Maharashtra. Because of lockdown we are not able to go there. So this is a car trip, road trip actually. And there in Bodh Gaya, I clicked a lot of street photography there with their tradition and so yeah, it was like good experience like street photography in the that holy places Bodh Gaya or Varanasi or Ganga Ghat. So and Ganga Ghat, it was like an amazing experience for me the first time. And though we stayed for 2 days there, so I would like to visit again there to capture those. The most beautiful part of that visit was the evening aarti at Ganga Ghats. Yeah, and there I took a lot of portraits, and that their portraits when you ask them for
Yeah.
portrait, they are very friendly. They don't say no. Most of my experiences around 99% of the people were agreed. Some happens 1% was this, but okay. But they are very friendly there, and the I mean that trip was very amazing.
That's really nice, and the expression captured in that photo was really natural.
Yeah, thank you.
So one more photograph is that often in the Banaras, you have captured a moment of an man with this cycle and also with an domesticated animal with all it was, I think, did you remember that photo? Elephant on the street and a man
Yeah,
with a
yeah,
cycle.
yeah.
Banaras.
Yeah, Banaras. Yeah, it was while we are coming back from Banaras to came at somewhere. I think Bodh somewhere we are going there. So in the street, I saw this. The elephant with the elephant cycle and everything. It shows me it gives me the very moment I saw that I thought it's like a age old. It will be like around 50 years back how it going to look. So that impression it gives. That photograph also it somehow it related to take us to the back era. It gives us like 40 years back. That cycling, there is no vehicles, modern vehicles there, right? Cycle and the elephant, the people were cooling. So I was trying to cap those moment.
So what do you see as the new horizons for photography in future?
You see, there is a lot of the scope and everything. Uh, like apart from this street photography, everything is become very a specific thing. Street photography again when it comes to the portraits, not only portrait when it comes to product photography. When it comes to product photography, again it is a subject like clothing, food photography, for the particular products, because of online all this requirement. So you are there a lot of scope actually in photography. Yeah, if you have like the particular patience and that due dedication for the particular genre, obviously there is a lot of scope and a good thing actually. Lot of thing.
How do you balance both IT and photography?
Yeah, yeah. Usually I used to um, go for birding and wildlife photography in the weekends. Weekends actually, Saturday, Sunday is made off. So we have like a group of people here at Hyderabad. So like those are also into wildlife photography. We used to contact so a couple of people and start doing some nearby visiting the neighbor places near and around Hyderabad. Yeah, here we have like a couple of places which is very good. One is like Aminpur Lake, which is like World Heritage, declared as a World Heritage site for the urban place. There you can have like you can find around 250 species of birds, those indigenous and migratory birds also, like flamingos, a lot of birds and 250 species. So I covered mostly like 20 to 30 species right now. So I would like to visit more and more and capture at least 50% of those birds. And also the other is like Anandagiri Hills and Vikanabad Forest, which is around, those are like around like 70 to 80 kilometers from Hyderabad.
So, is there any favorite place to explore birding?
Near Hyderabad or okay. Yeah, you see, like because of COVID, I was not able to move many other places. So as I say that I would like to visit Assam badly. It's been like 3 to 4 days I was not there. So I was looking to visit like Kaziranga, and I would like to visit those places. I would like to spend some time there at Kaziranga, and I would like to prefer the love rhinos especially. Yeah. So hopefully this year I will be there to capture rhinos.
How photography has impacted your lifestyle?
Um, Lifestyle in the sense, apart from daily work, which is your main profession. So wildlife photography gives me like some peace. Obviously, it gives like apart from the passion, it gives you peace. Some uh, good time to explore in the nature, to know about them. Yeah. So not only that, going there and clicking. When you see that particular bird here, yeah, for example, any bird here, so you it makes you to know more about the particular bird, the how they behave, what are their habitats, and how they, I mean, the process, the particular bird. So similarly, I used to do a lot of like homework sort of thing when I visit particular places to visit to see the particular bird. Before going there, I used to study about that particular species. This will help me to capture the right moments. Uh, for example, the green bee eater, which is common bird, it can be found anywhere. So the bird particular is like to know how they behave, how they catch the insects, and those sort of things will help us in like photography, and gives a lot of, I mean, peace and happiness to be near to nature.
Any piece of advice from your side to the young aspirants who are willing to come into this field, both IT as well as photography?
The when I said the IT, that IT is good, if you are like you are already into IT, or like you are willing to come in IT, do the updated courses and start dig into this, jump into IT. It will definitely, the scope is good, the future is good, like with a lot of new technologies, cloud and all those things. And when it comes to the like photography, the photography, take it as a like the passion and part time, but not take as serious like the profession right now. So take it on the weekends or like whenever you get time, explore for things, play with your devices, whatever devices you have. You have like a mobile or like a low end, high end DSLRs, whatever you have. To know how it like plays like exposure, speed, whatever. So those things when you are comfortable with those things, then you can upgrade your device. Um, devices and go, you can go into some tours, safaris, take some photograph. Those things. The more you click, the more you will be like experience and get to know the things better and better. These are things. Still, I am learning, and I used to when we go to that the places like birthday places, we used to meet up with the senior people who are already in the world of photography. They used to tell us the same thing, the tricks and tips, their experiences, share with the experience, sharing experiences, and implementing those experiences and tips and tricks in our photography definitely will upgrade you at the quality of photography and everything. There's a thing. Keep learning, do practicals, click more pics, keep on clicking. That's the only thing you can be better and better.
Indeed. Indeed, you are right, and your informations are really valid. Hope your advice helps a lot of young aspirants who are watching this show at this time. Well, Mr. Verma, we are to the end of this session. Thank you so much. It was great interacting with you. I must say that you are truly an inspiring and amazing personality.
Thank you, Pallabi. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. So, audience, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also hit the bell notification so that you can get notified every time I upload a video. I will be back soon with a new one. Till then, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.